The last day of a long war. 202 BCE, North Africa. The sun rises over an open plain, silent, wide, unforgiving. Dust hangs in the air. Men stand motionless, gripping shields and spears. No one speaks. This is not just another battle. This is the final chapter of a war that has consumed a generation. For 17 years, the Mediterranean world has burned. Cities destroyed, armies erased, empires pushed to the edge of collapse. And now, everything comes down to this moment. On one side stands Hannibal Barca, the most feared general of the ancient world, a man whose victories reshaped military history. Across from him stands Rome, wounded, exhausted, yet unbroken. By every rule of ancient warfare, Rome should lose. But history has something else planned. This is the Battle of Zama, the roots of hatred. Rome and Carthage were not born enemies. They became enemies because the Mediterranean was not big enough for both. Carthage was wealthy, a master of trade in the sea. Rome was disciplined, relentless on land. The First Punic War ended with Carthage's defeat and humiliation. But defeat did not end the conflict. It planted revenge. In Carthage, one family carried that hatred forward, the Barcid family, and within it, a boy named Hannibal. From childhood, Hannibal was taught that Rome was the enemy, not a rival, an obstacle to be destroyed. That belief shaped his entire life. The march that shocked the world. In 218 BCE, Hannibal made a decision that stunned the ancient world. He would not attack Rome by sea. He would not wait. He would march. From Spain, through hostile lands, over the frozen Alps. An impossible route. At least, that's what Rome believed. Storms killed men. Cliffs swallowed soldiers. Tribes attacked from the shadows. And yet, Hannibal emerged in Italy, with veterans, with cavalry, with elephants. Rome was unprepared, and the nightmare began. Rome broken on the battlefield. At the river Trebia, Roman confidence met Hannibal's patience. Cold water, hidden forces, total destruction. At Lake Trasimene, Hannibal perfected the ambush. An entire Roman army vanished before it could even form. But then came Cannae, 216 BCE. Rome assembled one of the largest armies it had ever fielded. They believed numbers meant victory. Hannibal believed in understanding the enemy. He let Rome push forward, let them surround him. Then he closed the trap. The double envelopment. Roman soldiers were crushed from every direction. There was nowhere to run. By nightfall, over 50,000 Romans were dead. It was not just a defeat, it was a trauma. Why Rome did not fall. After Cannae, many believed Rome was finished. But Rome did something Hannibal did not expect. It refused to surrender. The city raised new armies, accepted humiliation, abandoned pride. Instead of facing Hannibal directly, Rome chose survival. Avoid battle, delay, endure. This strategy saved Rome, and it changed Rome. The rise of Scipio. From this suffering emerged a new commander. Publius Cornelius Scipio. Scipio did not worship tradition. He he studied failure. He studied Hannibal. Where others saw fear, Scipio saw patterns, formations, psychology, timing. He realized something crucial. Hannibal's genius could be learned, and once learned, it could be defeated. War in Spain. Scipio went to Spain, Carthage's lifeline. There, he destroyed supply routes, crushed Carthaginian armies, cut Hannibal off from reinforcements. Slowly, the balance shifted. Rome was no longer reacting, it was planning. Taking the war to Africa. Scipio made a bold decision. He would invade Africa. Not Italy, not Spain, Carthage itself. The shock was immediate. Carthage panicked. There was only one answer. Bring Hannibal home. Hannibal returns. After 16 years in Italy, Hannibal returned to Africa. Older, still brilliant, but the world had changed. Rome had learned, and Hannibal was no longer hunting, he was defending. The armies at Zama. Zama was open ground, no mountains, no ambushes. Hannibal commanded seasoned veterans and 80 war elephants. Scipio commanded discipline and something Hannibal lacked: cavalry. The Numidian king Massinissa stood with Rome, once Hannibal's ally, now his enemy. The elephant charge. The elephants charged, dust exploded, the earth trembled. But Scipio was ready. Roman formations opened lanes, trumpets blared. Confused, terrified, the elephants broke formation. Some turned back. Instead of breaking Rome, they broke Carthage's momentum. Infantry clash. The infantry met. Shield against shield. Discipline against experience. Scipio refused chaos. He absorbed pressure, maintained formation. Time slipped away, and Hannibal felt it. Then the cavalry returned. From behind, Massinissa struck. Scipio executed the maneuver Hannibal once used at Cannae. Double envelopment. The trap closed. Carthage collapsed. The fall of a legend. By sunset, it was over. 20,000 Carthaginians lay dead. Rome had lost fewer than 2,000. Hannibal Barca, the undefeated, was defeated. Aftermath. Carthage surrendered. Its empire vanished. Its future was controlled. Rome stood alone, master of the Mediterranean. Why Zama matters. Zama did not just end a war, it changed history. Rome learned to adapt, to endure, to learn from its enemy. And once Rome learned that, nothing could stop it. If you enjoyed this cinematic journey into ancient history, please subscribe, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us what you think about Hannibal and the Battle of Zama, and let us know, what historical story should we explore next? History lives on as long as we remember it.